Hi, my name is Rachel Walker, and this is my corporate financial report for HRA 310. The company I chose was Hyatt Hotel Corporation. Hyatt Hotel Corporation was originally owned by Hyatt Robert Von Den and Jack Dyer Crouch, and a few years later, Von Den sold his share of the company to J. Pritzker. The company started out as a single hotel in Los Angeles, California in 1957 and quickly became the fastest growing hotel chain in the United States. Since then, Hyatt Hotel Corporation has expanded to open many hotels, resorts, and vacation properties. As of December 30, 2016, Hyatt has 679 properties in 54 countries. Hyatt has had the most success with their 6 brands of full-service lodging. The Hyatt Regency is their most successful and most abundant hotel brand that offers premium lodging to all guests, whether they are traveling for business or leisure. These properties are located in all destinations around the world, whether it be in major cities, rural areas, near airports, and hospitals. Hyatt hotels are similar to the Regency Hyatts, but there are smaller, full-service hotels that cater mainly to business travelers. Grand Hyatt hotels are large, full-service hotels that cater to leisure travelers' needs in major cities and holiday destinations. Park Hyatt hotels are mid-sized luxury hotels that offer an intimate residential feel and offer several premier services like a 5-star culinary experience and top-of-the-line entertainment. Hyatt Centric is their new brand of boutique hotels with only 7 locations in major cities for business and vacation in North and South America. Last, Andaz Hotels by Hyatt are large boutique hotels that are meant for all travelers, and their mission is to immerse guests in the local culture of their locations in North America, Europe, and Asia. Hyatt also offers select service lodging, extended stay lodging, all-inclusive resorts, and timeshares. Hyatt Place is Hyatt's brand of select service lodging that offers mid-size hotels and caters to families. Summerfield Suites by Wyndham was bought by Hyatt and now goes by the name of Hyatt House, and they serve as Hyatt's extended stay lodging. Placed all over the world, Hyatt Houses are the lead brand of extended stay hotels and offer several amenities for the long-term traveler. Hyatt also offers 2 brands of all-inclusive resorts called Hyatt Zilara and Hyatt Ziva, both locations in Mexico. Hyatt Zilara is an adult-only resort that provides a relaxing or adventurous vacation destination, and Hyatt Ziva offers the same, but also allows families with children. Last, Hyatt Residence Club are timeshare properties located in the top vacation destinations in the United States. Hyatt Hotel Corporation's success is due to the Pritzker family, who took sole ownership in 1957 when they bought the Hyatt House, a small motor hotel right outside the Los Angeles International Airport, and expanded the business across the West Coast and Chicago. Hyatt became a public company in 1967 and grew to a chain of 13 hotels by 1969. That year, the Pritzkers set up a separate company called Hyatt International Corporation to expand the chain overseas. Since then, Hyatt has had its ups and downs financially. In an attempt to regain their success in the hospitality industry, Darrell Hartley Leonard was named president and changed the name of the company from Hyatt House to Hyatt Hotels Corporation in the late 80s. Hartley Leonard aimed to create the best customer service in his hotels and focused on training his employees on the company's new mission. Unfortunately, in the early 90s, the company had to lay off over 1,000 jobs and cut down on their services and amenities, so they wouldn't run the risk of losing existing contracts in the company. By 1994, the company was back on its feet, and newly elected president and CEO Douglas G. Joja started to franchise the company and expand even more. The current president and CEO, Mark Hoplamazian, is helping the company grow, and as of December 2016, Hyatt Hotels Corporation has 698 properties in 56 countries, employing over 47,000 people. Hyatt Hotels' financial position. They have steadily decreased in net income from 2006 to 2009 and eventually had a negative net income in 2009, but has been increasing since 2010, according to Appendix A. Since 2009, Hyatt Hotels Corporation has been increasing in total revenues, except for a small decrease in 2015. Constantly expanding, Hyatt Hotels Corporation added 43 properties in 2014, 49 properties in 2015, and 59 properties in 2016. Recently, Hyatt has been increasing their ADR to match their competition and updating their hotels to make them a more upscale lodging destination for their guests. This reformation of Hyatt Hotels Corporation changes their top competition to other lodging and resort companies like Wyndham Worldwide and Marriott International. Hyatt has shown a spike within the first quarter of the year in increasing revenue, and net income compared to last year's first quarter. Hyatt Hotel Corporation is the fastest growing lodging corporation in the United States. Since their late establishment in 1957, they have gained a respectable position in the hospitality industry and are on the same playing field as Hilton Worldwide, which was established in 1919, and Marriott International, which was established in 1927. It's safe to say that Hyatt jumped right into the industry and has been increasingly successful. As for recent years, Hyatt Hotel Corporation has seen mostly financial growth since they are increasingly expanding their properties worldwide. As shown in the balance sheet comparing 2015 and 2016, Hyatt decreases their investments by almost half but increased property and equipment. I think this may have to do a lot with their dip in success in 2015 and their recent surge of success in early 2017. When analyzing the income statement showing data from 2014, 2015, and 2016, it shows that there was an obvious decrease in all incomes in 2015, and in 2016, Hyatt Hotel Corporation regained their financial standing. This decrease in profits in 2015 may be due to the economic conditions and the decrease of the company's market share in the second quarter of 2015. The statement of cash flows for 2014, 15, and 16 also show an interesting analysis comparing the data. The cash flow is much greater in 2015, and it looks like in 2016, Hyatt Hotel Corporation was trying to regain their success from 2014 and change back to their old habits. These changes between 2014 and 15 might be due to the increase of number of properties opened in 2015, and the statement of cash flow shows a drastic decrease in equity from unconsolidated hospitality ventures in 2015. The recent surge of success between the first quarter of 2016 and the first quarter of 2017 may be due to many causes. First, Hyatt Hotel Corporation opened a record number of hotels in 2015, and their main focus was to get their hotels out there but had not yet seen profit. While in 2016 they still opened more hotels, they were finally beginning to see profits from the hotels opened in 2015. Also, in 2016, the economic conditions were beginning to be repaired, and traveling was becoming a trend again with business and leisure travelers. This increased success at the beginning of 2017 can be due to any direct causes like increased travel due to the presidential election and inauguration. Also, traveling is a trend among millennials recently, with Hyatt Hotel Corporation opening their brand of Hyatt Centric, a line of boutique hotels marketed towards millennials. Hyatt saw a drastic increase in revenues and net income in the first quarter of 2017. Overall, Hyatt Hotel Corporation has seen good times and bad, and they're overall becoming more successful and expanding. I think they will soon fulfill their goal of becoming the preferred company for lodging across the United States and internationally. The ratios for Hyatt Hotel Corporation in 2016. Their current ratio was 1.23. This low current ratio is good for the owners of the company, but it may not be good for the creditors because it shows they may not be able to pay their short-term obligations. Their working capital is 215. This positive working capital shows that Hyatt Hotel Corporation has the ability to expand and grow because they have the ability to pay off any debt and still have some left over for new projects and expansions. Their solvency ratio is 2.02. Since this number is over a 2-to-1 ratio, that means that the company can more than cover their liabilities. This is preferred by creditors and owners because it means that if the company were to have a drastic decrease in profits, they won't see much effect until the company's assets start depleting, but they are financially stable until then. The total liabilities to total assets ratio is 0.496. This number is rather low, which means that the Hyatt Hotel Corporation is more in debt than what they have in equity. The number generally accepted by the hospitality industry for the total liabilities to total assets ratio is between 0.60 and 0.90. Their working capital turnover is 38.18. This working capital turnover is fairly low for the hospitality industry, which is good for the creditors, but owners prefer higher working capital turnover. Their asset turnover is 0.58. This number indicates that $1 of assets generates 0.58 cents of revenue. This number is fairly low for what is preferred by creditors and owners. The profit margin is 4.6%, which means out of each dollar of revenue, Hyatt Hotel Corporation has 4.6 cents of net income. The higher the number for this, the better, but 4.6 is average. This number shows the company's ability to generate sales and control expenses. Their return on assets is 2.63%, which means there was only 2.63 cents of profit for every dollar of assets, which is fairly low for creating new income and securing assets for the company in the future. Their total labor cost to total revenue is 6.57. This means that only 6.57% of Hyatt Hotels Corporation revenues is used to compensate its employees. Low numbers like this are preferred by owners. The future of Hyatt Hotel Corporations and conclusion. Based on the ratios above, Hyatt Hotel Corporation is financially stable. The current ratio shows that there were some financial setbacks for the company in 2015, but they are regaining their ability to pay off their short-term obligations. The solvency ratio is higher than expected, which is a good thing, and it means that Hyatt Hotel Corporation is financially secure in the long run. In case there is a major economic deficit, the company can rely on their assets to cover their liabilities in the future. The ratios provided evidence that Hyatt Hotel Corporation could improve on their stockholders' equity and gain more financial security by acquiring more equity. The ratios also prove that profits and net income could be better, but they are currently increasing and will be even higher in 2017. Hyatt Hotel Corporation has a bright future in the lodging industry. My recommendations to them would be to keep focusing on opening more and more properties within the brands that they have already established, like Hyatt Regencies and Hyatt Houses, instead of creating new brands like Hyatt Centric and Hyatt Ziva and Zilara. Creating these new brands is costing them more money, and the president and CEO has stated that the company's main goal is to become all travelers' preferred location of lodging, and Hyatt can accomplish that if they keep on expanding their hotels that have already proven to be successful, instead of taking risks on opening new brands of hotels. Overall, Hyatt Hotel Corporation is highly successful, and I think it will continue to be the fastest growing lodging company in the United States and will continue to expand worldwide.